Welcome to our channel HD Rare Coin 111, your go-to spot for uncovering the incredible world of rare US coins. If you've ever wondered if your old pennies, nickels, or dimes are worth more than face value, you're about to find out. In today's video, we'll be exploring some truly rare coins and their shocking values. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. So let's jump in. Top 1. If you're into coin collecting or even just curious about the hidden treasures that can be found in your spare change, then you're in for a real treat today. We're going to take a deep dive into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1964 Jefferson nickel. At first glance, this 5-cent coin might seem ordinary, but there's far more to it than meets the eye. While the majority of these nickels are still worth only 5 cents, there are certain rare versions of the 1964 Jefferson nickel that are worth an astronomical amount of money. Believe it or not, some collectors have paid tens of thousands of dollars for just a single coin. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation for decades and is one of the longest-running coins in the United States. Introduced in 1938, the Jefferson nickel features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and an image of his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. Over the years, this coin has undergone various changes, but the 1964 Jefferson nickel is significant in its own right. It represents a time when the U.S. Mint was making coins that would go on to be important pieces of American history, and some of these coins have become incredibly rare and valuable due to a number of unique factors. Now, when we think of coins from 1964, one might automatically think of the fact that it was a year when silver was still being used in U.S. coinage. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite the 1964 Jefferson nickel being made from a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with no silver content, it has still become highly sought after in the coin collecting community. The reason? It's all about rarity and condition, along with the possibility of minting errors, which can dramatically increase a coin's value. Minting errors are one of the most exciting things for coin collectors to look for. These errors happen when something goes wrong during the minting process, creating a coin with a unique flaw that makes it stand out from the rest. There are various types of minting errors, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, die cracks, and even coins that have been improperly aligned. A minting error can turn a seemingly normal coin into something that's worth far more than its face value, and that's exactly what happened with certain 1964 Jefferson nickels. One of the most notable and rare minting errors that can occur on a 1964 Jefferson nickel is the double die error. This happens when the die that strikes the coin is misaligned or shifts during the minting process, resulting in a coin where the images, letters, and numbers appear doubled. This is a particularly valuable error because it makes the coin stand out with a unique design flaw, and collectors pay a premium for these types of coins. The double die errors on the 1964 Jefferson nickel are rare, but when they do occur, they can send the value of the coin skyrocketing. Another factor that can significantly boost the value of a 1964 Jefferson nickel is its condition. As with any coin, the better the condition, the more valuable it becomes. A coin that is in mint, or uncirculated, condition, showing little to no signs of wear, is far rarer than one that has been used in everyday transactions. Coins that have been well preserved, with sharp details and no signs of tarnishing, are much sought after by collectors. A 1964 Jefferson nickel in near-perfect condition is worth far more than the average coin. Now, let's get to the exciting part. Just how much is a 1964 Jefferson nickel worth? Well, the vast majority of these nickels are worth only 5 cents, but when you factor in minting errors or an exceptionally high grade, the value of the coin can skyrocket. For example, a 1964 Jefferson nickel that has a rare double die error or is in pristine, uncirculated condition could fetch a price far higher than anyone would expect. And here's where it gets really fascinating. One particular 1964 Jefferson nickel, featuring a rare minting error and in perfect condition, was recently sold for an incredible $117,000. Yes, that's $117,000, a truly mind-blowing amount for a coin that was originally worth just 5 cents. If you have a 1964 Jefferson nickel, it might just be worth your while to take a closer look at it. Look for any signs of minting errors, such as doubled images or misaligned designs. Also, check the condition of the coin. If it's been kept in excellent shape and shows no signs of wear, you could be holding on to a much more valuable piece of history than you thought. The key takeaway here is that coin collecting isn't just about hoarding change, it's about knowing what to look for and understanding the potential value that certain coins can have. Coins like the 1964 Jefferson nickel prove that even the most common items can hold incredible value. And it's not just about the metal composition, sometimes it's the unique qualities of the coin itself, like minting errors or pristine preservation, that make it worth a small fortune. So, the next time you come across a 1964 Jefferson nickel in your pocket change or while searching through your coin collection, take a moment to inspect it carefully. You might just have a rare minting error or a perfectly preserved specimen that could be worth $117,000. It's amazing how a simple 5-cent coin can turn into something so valuable with the right set of circumstances. Happy collecting, and who knows? Maybe your next coin find will be a hidden treasure. Top 2. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for hidden gems. Those rare coins that stand out not just because of their historical significance, but because of their exceptional value. One such coin is the 1975 Jefferson nickel, a 5-cent piece that, to most people, would appear to be an ordinary, everyday coin. However, for those in the know, the 1975 Jefferson nickel has the potential to be worth a significant amount of money. You might be surprised to learn that this nickel, which was originally worth just 5 cents, has been known to fetch prices that are far beyond its face value. Stick around as we explore the fascinating world of the 1975 Jefferson nickel, and why this coin could be worth more than you ever imagined. Let's start by diving into a bit of history. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of U.S. coinage since it was first introduced in 1938. Over the decades, this coin has seen a variety of designs, but it has consistently featured the image of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse. The reverse of the coin, which features an image of Jefferson's home, Monticello, has remained largely the same since its introduction. The 1975 Jefferson nickel, like other coins of its era, was minted as part of the regular series, with millions of coins produced for circulation. These coins were made of a copper-nickel alloy, which has been the standard composition for the Jefferson nickel since 1965. At first glance, the 1975 Jefferson nickel seems like a fairly ordinary coin. It's the same size, shape, and composition as most other nickels, and it's not immediately apparent that this coin could be worth anything more than the 5 cents stamped on its face. But the world of coin collecting is much more complicated than that. While most of these 1975 nickels are still worth only 5 cents, some have become highly valuable due to specific characteristics. Most notably, minting errors and the coin's condition. Minting errors are a key factor in determining a coin's value. These errors occur when something goes wrong during the minting process, resulting in a coin that's different from the intended design. Minting errors can vary in nature and severity, but when they happen, they can make a coin extremely rare and valuable. For example, a 1975 Jefferson nickel might have been struck with a doubled die error, where the images on the coin appear doubled due to a misalignment of the dies used to strike the coin. These kinds of errors are rare, and when they do occur, they create a coin that is highly sought after by collectors. Other types of minting errors that can increase the value of a 1975 Jefferson nickel include off-center strikes, die cracks, and even coins that have been improperly struck with foreign objects. These anomalies make the coin one of a kind, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for a coin with such an error. For those who are lucky enough to come across a 1975 Jefferson nickel with a minting error, the potential value can be far higher than anyone would expect for a 5-cent coin. In addition to minting errors, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Like all coins, the better the condition, the more valuable the coin becomes. A 1975 Jefferson nickel that has been in circulation for years, exposed to wear and tear, is worth significantly less than a coin that has been carefully preserved and remains in mint or uncirculated condition. Coins that are in pristine condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or other signs of wear, are highly sought after by collectors. If you come across a 1975 Jefferson nickel that is in near perfect shape, it could be worth much more than its face value. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. Just how much could a 1975 Jefferson nickel be worth? While the vast majority of these nickels are still worth only 5 cents, certain rare versions of the coin have sold for eye-popping amounts. Coins with minting errors, or those in uncirculated condition, can fetch prices in the thousands, sometimes even tens of thousands of dollars. This is the kind of value that can make a seemingly ordinary coin into a treasure worth a small fortune. In fact, one particular 1975 Jefferson nickel, featuring a rare minting error and in pristine condition, recently sold for a staggering $90,000. Yes, you heard that right, $90,000 in words. That's a significant amount of money for a coin that, at first glance, seems like just another nickel. But when you factor in the rarity of the minting error, combined with the coin's impeccable condition, it's easy to see why this coin is worth so much. If you happen to have a 1975 Jefferson nickel, it's definitely worth taking a second look. Take some time to inspect it carefully for any signs of minting errors, like doubled dies or off-center strikes. Also, check the condition of the coin. If it's been well preserved, it could be worth much more than just 5 cents. If you find anything unusual, or if the coin looks like it's in exceptional shape, it might be worth getting it appraised by a professional. You never know what you might have in your collection. Coin collecting can be a rewarding hobby, and sometimes, it's the coins that seem the most ordinary that turn out to be the most valuable. The 1975 Jefferson nickel is a perfect example of this. While most of these coins will only ever be worth 5 cents, certain rare versions of the coin have been known to sell for hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. And in the case of the rare minting errors and pristine condition examples, they could be worth as much as $90,000. So, next time you come across a 1975 Jefferson nickel in your change or in your collection, take a moment to examine it carefully. You could be holding on to a coin that's worth far more than you ever imagined. Happy collecting, and remember, you never know when your next coin find might turn into a rare and valuable treasure. Top 3. The world of coin collecting is filled with excitement, mystery, and of course, the potential for finding treasures worth far more than their face value. We're diving into one of those hidden gems, the 1986 Jefferson nickel. At first glance, this coin might seem like just another 5-cent piece, but in reality, this particular nickel has the potential to be worth a staggering amount of money. You may be wondering how something as ordinary as a nickel can be worth so much. Well, buckle up, because we're about to explore the fascinating story behind the 1986 Jefferson nickel and what makes it so valuable. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 and has been a part of U.S. coinage ever since. Featuring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse and his iconic home, Monticello, on the reverse, the Jefferson nickel is one of the most recognized and enduring designs in American coinage. Over the years, the design has remained largely the same, with a few modifications along the way, but it's the specific years and minting processes that can truly make a coin stand out in the world of collectors. The 1986 Jefferson nickel was minted as part of the regular series of coins. It was made of a copper-nickel alloy, a composition that has been standard for the nickel since the mid-20th century. So why, you might wonder, is this particular coin worth so much? Well, there's more to the story than meets the eye, and it all comes down to a few key factors: rarity, minting errors, and the coin's condition. First, let's talk about rarity. While millions of 1986 Jefferson nickels were produced and circulated, there are certain variations of this coin that are far rarer than others. Most of these nickels are still worth their face value of 5 cents. However, certain coins have been found to have unique features that make them incredibly valuable. The most common reason a 1986 Jefferson nickel might be worth far more than 5 cents is because of a minting error. Minting errors are one of the most exciting and unpredictable aspects of coin collecting. They occur when something goes wrong during the production process, whether that's a misalignment of the dies, a double strike, or other imperfections in the striking process. When these errors happen, the resulting coin becomes unique and highly sought after by collectors. Some of the most desirable 1986 Jefferson nickels have been discovered with minting errors, such as doubled dies or off-center strikes. These anomalies make the coin not only rare but also incredibly valuable. For example, imagine a 1986 Jefferson nickel with a doubled die error. A doubled die occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts or is misaligned during the minting process. This results in the coin having doubled images, which could include doubled letters or even a doubled portrait of Thomas Jefferson. These types of minting errors are extremely rare and can make a coin worth significantly more than its face value. If you're lucky enough to find a 1986 Jefferson nickel with this error, you could be holding on to a coin that's worth a small fortune. Another critical factor that influences the value of any coin is its condition. Coins that are in mint or uncirculated condition are far rarer than those that have been heavily circulated. A coin in pristine condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or any signs of wear, is highly valuable to collectors. Over the years, many 1986 Jefferson nickels have been used as everyday change, which means they may have become worn or tarnished. However, those few that have been kept in exceptional condition, whether stored in a protective case or simply untouched by time, are worth far more than their face value. Now, you're probably wondering just how much a 1986 Jefferson nickel could be worth if it has one of these minting errors or is in pristine condition. While most of these coins are still valued at just 5 cents, certain rare versions of the 1986 Jefferson nickel have sold for thousands of dollars. This is the kind of value that makes coin collecting so thrilling. It's the discovery of rare, valuable coins that can change the game entirely. For example, a 1986 Jefferson nickel featuring a rare minting error and in uncirculated condition was recently sold for a jaw-dropping $64,000. Yes, that's $64,000, an incredible amount of money for a coin that originally started out as a mere 5-cent piece. This goes to show that with the right characteristics, whether it's a minting error or pristine condition, a seemingly ordinary coin can become a valuable collector's item. So, what should you do if you have a 1986 Jefferson nickel? The first step is to take a close look at it. Inspect it carefully for any signs of minting errors. Look for double die errors, off-center strikes, or anything that looks unusual. Also, check the condition of the coin. If it's been kept in excellent shape and shows no signs of wear or tarnish, it could be worth far more than 5 cents. If you come across a 1986 Jefferson nickel that seems special, it's always a good idea to get it appraised by a professional. Experts in the field of numismatics can help determine whether your coin has any rare features or errors, and they can provide you with an accurate valuation based on the coin's rarity and condition. The world of coin collecting can be an exciting journey of discovery, and you never know what you might find hidden in your spare change. Coin collecting is all about patience, knowledge, and a little bit of luck. Even a coin that seems ordinary, like the 1986 Jefferson nickel, can hold extraordinary value if it has the right characteristics. And as we've seen, a single 1986 Jefferson nickel, when in rare condition or with a minting error, can be worth an incredible $64,000. So, the next time you come across a 1986 Jefferson nickel, don't just toss it aside. Take a moment to examine it. It could be the hidden treasure you've been looking for. Top 4. We're diving into the world of a particular coin that might be sitting in your pocket change right now, the 2004 Jefferson nickel. This 5-cent piece may seem like a standard coin, but you'd be surprised at how valuable it can become. While most 2004 Jefferson nickels are worth just 5 cents, there are certain rare versions of this coin that have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. So, what makes the 2004 Jefferson nickel so special? Let's take a closer look at this coin, its history, and why it could be worth far more than you think. The Jefferson nickel has been a part of American coinage since 1938, and it has gone through several design changes over the years. The design features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse and an image of his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. While the design has remained mostly the same, the minting process, and the types of coins produced have evolved, making certain years much more valuable than others. The 2004 Jefferson nickel is one of those coins. It was part of a series of nickels produced by the U.S. Mint to commemorate the Louisiana Purchase, a significant event in American history. The 2004 design features a new depiction of Jefferson's home, Monticello, on the reverse, but with a few important changes compared to earlier designs. The 2004 coin had a different look that reflected an updated interpretation of Monticello, and while it was a minor change in the grand scheme of things, it set the stage for some interesting variations that would later lead to higher value coins. Now, you might be wondering what makes a 2004 Jefferson nickel so valuable. After all, it's just a 5-cent piece, and surely there are millions of them in circulation, right? Well, you're absolutely right that there are many 2004 Jefferson nickels out there, but the value of a coin isn't just about how many were made, it's about what makes that coin unique. The most significant factor that can increase the value of a 2004 Jefferson nickel is the condition in which it was minted and how well it has been preserved. Coins that have been in circulation for a long time, like those used for everyday transactions, tend to show wear and tear. The designs become less sharp, and the coin may even begin to tarnish or discolor. However, if a 2004 Jefferson nickel was kept in pristine condition or remained uncirculated, it could be worth far more than just 5 cents. This is where it gets interesting. There are also certain rare versions of the 2004 Jefferson nickel that were produced with minting errors. These errors happen when something goes wrong during the minting process, leading to coins that look a little different from what was intended. Minting errors can include things like double strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks, and these errors can turn an ordinary coin into a highly valuable one. For example, if a 2004 Jefferson nickel was struck with a double die error, the design would appear doubled on the coin, making it a rare and collectible piece. These types of errors are incredibly sought after by collectors, and a coin with such an error could sell for far more than its face value. Another type of error to watch out for is the proof coin. A proof coin is one that was specially struck for collectors, using a different process than the standard coins made for circulation. Proof coins are often struck multiple times to ensure a sharper, more detailed design, and they are usually made with higher quality metal. A 2004 Jefferson nickel that was mistakenly struck as a proof coin, or one that has been kept in perfect condition, could also be worth far more than the 5-cent price tag that is usually attached to it.so. Just how much could a 2004 Jefferson nickel be worth? Most of these nickels are still worth only 5 cents. But for those that are rare or in exceptional condition, the price can skyrocket. A 2004 Jefferson nickel with a minting error, or one in near-perfect condition, has been known to sell for amounts in the thousands, sometimes even tens of thousands of dollars. And here's where the story gets really exciting. One particular 2004 Jefferson nickel, featuring a rare minting error and in mint condition, recently sold for an incredible $34,000. Yes, that's $34,000, a staggering amount for a coin that started out as just 5 cents. This shows just how much a minting error or pristine condition can elevate the value of a coin, even one as seemingly ordinary as a 2004 Jefferson nickel. If you have a 2004 Jefferson nickel in your collection or come across one in your pocket change, it's worth taking a closer look at it. Carefully inspect the coin for any signs of minting errors or unique features that could set it apart from the standard version. If the coin looks to be in excellent condition, it might be worth more than you think. Remember, the value of a coin is determined not just by its face value, but by its rarity, condition, and any unique features it might have. A little bit of knowledge and a keen eye for detail can help you spot a hidden treasure among the coins in your collection. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone who's curious about the potential value of your spare change, coins like the 2004 Jefferson nickel show that sometimes the smallest coins can hold the greatest rewards. So, the next time you stumble upon a 2004 Jefferson nickel, don't just let it slip through your fingers. Take a moment to examine it closely. Who knows? You might just be holding a coin worth an astounding $34,000.